Mic check. Hello, everyone. Microphone check 1, 2. Welcome to RealToughCandy, your home for real world software development. Developers, tonight's live stream is filled with new freebies. Due to the events of the world, some companies have been saying we're opening up the floodgates. Come one, come all. Other platforms are offering freebies to those who have lost their job. We have 3 big platforms, 2 major platforms, 1 niche platform we're going to be showing you tonight. I'm going to be showing you tonight. And hopefully some people in the chat will have some additional resources too, hoping that some people have been keeping their feelers out. And in fact, 2 of these 3 that we're going to go over tonight are from my subscribers. They shared them in Discord, shared them in the chat. So shout out to you out there, kind people, kind developers who have shared these resources. Now, a RealToughCandy live stream wouldn't be complete without a product placement. So here it is. I did it all for the JavaScript. I got so enthusiastic about this mug that I broke the frickin' handle. I just dropped it in my kitchen and it broke. I did it all for the JavaScript. Mugs available in CandyScript. That is my Teespring store. We also have huge stickers with the same little themey theme there. And what t-shirt store would be complete without t-shirts? I did it all for the JavaScript t-shirts available in multiple colors for your enjoyment. Let's do a roll call and then we're going to get into this live stream showing off these freebies for April. And I'm sure as the weeks go on, we're going to be seeing some more and more of these types of resources opening up. So that is somewhat of a silver lining. Roll call. I was like, I went to my channel here and I'm like, who's this guy on my page? I'm like, oh, that's the screen. That's the thing. That's the guy from Pluralsight. Hello, Austin. Aloha, Janos. Athalia. Oh, wow. Good timing today. Gabe the 5th. Athalia. Come on. I thought I put your name into my memory, my brain muscle memory. Tell me I'm right. Paradoodly do. Hopping on for her mod duties. Our mod extraordinaire in the RealToughCandy chat. How is everybody? I don't want to get right into this because it's Friday. It's time to relax. It's been a stressful week. Yes. I'm doing all right. Let's see who else is here. We got 29 people already in the chat. Great. Namood, Norman. Hey, Candy, did I miss something? When did the live start? You're right on time, my friend. It just started about 2 minutes ago. So, yes! Nailed it! Athalia says, you're right. Friday wins, people. Friday wins. Thanks for tuning in. Athalia is out on the West Coast right now, and she is in Silicon Valley. Very interesting situation report on the West Coast for some of my people. I know Sarah's out there too, but I've got people from all over. It's just interesting hearing the reports from people rather than filtered out through other means. Roberto, what's going on? Jeff's here. My zine friend Jeff is here. Hello. What's up? Ready to feed this brain. Great to hear. Thalia says everything is all good. That's good. D. Herrera. Hello, Matthew. I'm doing pretty good. It's still pretty civilized here. I haven't been out yet. It's been kind of a dreary day. Still trying to get my steps in. Honestly, this is the most amount of socialization I've had with people in my network. Just doing these lives. I already work from home and I already do stuff at home. Everything is done from home in my world. Or a coffee shop. So, I mean, not really much has changed in that regard. My sister sent me the Muppets song Cabin Fever today. I might have to listen to that later. But I hope everyone is doing well. We are going to be doing a live stream every day until we hashtag flatten the curve here in the States, or at least I'm going to try to keep our social game in check and make sure you guys and developers at large are going where you want to go. Now, I have heard some very inspirational stories from people everywhere. People who are leveling up, people who are coming from different careers, even throughout everything. They're taking this time to better themselves. And it's so exciting to hear. That's motivating for me to hear. Because I was just talking about this with the Discord peeps, how I get sucked into the stats, I get sucked into the charts and stuff, and it's just like, at what point is it really just destructive? At what point is it too much? Like, honestly, I should just be paying attention to what's going on locally and adhering to local guidance and all that stuff, instead of making myself crazy, checking in every hour with all these stats. So it's so easy to get sucked in. But this is also a great time for personal growth and getting things done. The first big announcement I have for the channel for the freebies. Now we're just going to go into it. The first big freebie for this month of April is Pluralsight. Now, I don't talk very much about Pluralsight because I haven't dived into many of their courses. So I'm not going to go recommend every one of their courses. They have a really cool quiz where you can assess your level according to Pluralsight, at least. I'm trying to find out where that quiz is. That's free. That's always been free. But here are their courses that they've opened up. Here's just a smidge of them. This guy's saying, the CEO is saying they have 7,000 courses opened up for people. Beware of information overload. But Pluralsight, I mean, this is not a cheap platform if you're doing the month to month. It's not like ungodly expensive. Let me see if I can find their actual like price page. I'm interested. Does anyone know off the top of their head how much this is per month? Because I don't want to start for free. I just want to go to their, here it is, view pricing. Pick a plan. So the annual, where are my prices? Let's come on, don't do this. So there's a free trial, but like how much? Okay, here it popped up. So it's $450 per year, $230 for the premium. For the annual regular, it's $299, and for the monthly, it's $30. Paradoodly-doo, don't be bashful. Pop that link. I have a link right to it. This is an affiliate link, just for full disclosure, but if you're signing up for something free, I still have to tell you. So check out that link that Paradoodly-doo is going to pop in the comment section or in the live chat. So it's usually $29 a month. Right now, it's free for this entire month. So that's just, it's like this CEO has given everyone a $30 credit for his site. So shout out to Aaron Sconnard, who is just opening up the floodgates for Pluralsight. Let's check in on some of their courses. Now, if you're an Angular person, when I first looked at this site, I did notice that some of these were just a little outdated. See, this is why I was like This was why I was hesitant to recommend Pluralsight in the first place. But all I'm saying right now is be picky with what you're choosing, because a frustrating feeling is starting a course. 5 hours later, you learned everything and then just realized, oh, this is totally not applicable to anything in 2020. For example, AngularJS, like this is, Angular is like on Angular 500, 729, and AngularJS is the same thing as Angular 1. From my understanding, this is 7 years old going on. I wouldn't take that video. AngularJS, see, this is the thing about AngularJS. There's AngularJS. Let me go here. Google AngularJS versus Angular. There's like, so there's different versions. Angular is based on TypeScript. AngularJS is based on JavaScript. So, and then I think AngularJS, I think Google just announced that AngularJS is going to be totally unsupported in 2021. I heard rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. So be careful with the AngularJS stuff here. Especially if you're looking for a job or trying to skill up for a job, AngularJS is different than the other Angulars. Just do your research. That's all I'm saying. JavaScript. Now, here are some other courses. These ones are January 21st, 2020, getting started with JavaScript. That might be a good one. 2019. And because these are foundational, these are more future-proof than frameworks. That goes for any language. JavaScript objects, prototypes, and classes, that's about a 2-hour course. These could be promising. Especially, someone was asking for an introductory JavaScript course the other night. Check out Pluralsight. The stuff's free. The nice thing, too, about this free stuff is that if you're trying to discern if software development is for you, going the free way is recommended. Because that way, if you find out it's not for you, you're not out any money. You're out just some time. We have some C# here. 19 courses on C#. Cool. C# fundamentals. 6 hours on C# fundamentals. That could be kind of cool. Object-oriented programming fundamentals in C#. 3.5 hours. Lots of Python stuff here too. 12 courses. These are all basic courses. Yeah, these are from 2 years ago, a year ago, but this looks like all fundamentals. Building a job board with Python and Flask. That'd be kind of cool. That's a project. Python. Everyone has a Python course, though. There is a flood of Python courses right now. So, but this is nice. There's a beginner section, there's an intermediate, and then we have 2 advanced courses. Full stack development with Python. I'm sure there's tons of other stuff. Web development. What do they have for web development frameworks, I wonder? HTML5. Here we go. Intro to web development with Django and AngularJS, beyond ASP.NET MVC, front-end web development, getting started. How many people are using Pluralsight? Let me ask the audience this. How many of you developers have been using Pluralsight prior to the free trial? And what is your experience with it? Let me know in the comments. Because me personally, again, I've gone through a few, but I've not dived into it. So your feedback is going to be really helpful with this one. Let's see what's up with the PEEPs. My comments are really, I can't scroll down to my comments. What's going on? Here we go. Jeff Grinley says, C. Quinn says, yeah, they have tons of old courses you have to sift through. Jeff says, I run into that on some bot tutorials. I get halfway through and example code links or other links don't work. Then I check the date and it's a 5-year-old post. Yup. Grant says, tried their Pluralsight briefly, found their C# courses very poor. Okay. All right. Thanks for the feedback. Sift through these. This is a free trial, but also our time is worth money. So always check the date. If it's a framework or something, if it's anything other than the foundations of a language, check that date. Okay. Jacob says, just signed up today. I think Udemy may be better. Jose said it's outdated, so I canceled my membership. It doesn't make sense why they keep outdated videos. No, exactly. I totally agree with you. I think a lot of it is that they just want to be able to say that we have 7,000 courses, but how many of them are up to date and going to be able to help viewers and help learners, especially when we have just so many resources out there that are also free or low cost. Let me take a little sip here. Yeah, I mean, introduction to web development. I wonder if I can get a little taste of this. jQuery, Ajax, command line, Node.js. Little bite-sized lessons here. Introduction to Web Development is a one-stop course that covers all the tools you'll need to create websites. The course contains in-depth discussions of each, the big 3 tools used for web development, HTML, CSS, and JS. Also getting started with GitHub and Node.js. The course gives you these skills needed to be a professional web developer. Course materials can be found at the following. Created by Nina and Brian. Nina is a senior software engineer at Reddit. Brian is the Reddit Griffs front-end developer at Reddit. Reddit GIFs. Cool. Okay. Thank you, developers, for your feedback on Pluralsight. Quality versus quantity, says Matthew. Athalia says, I use Pluralsight for the free weekends they offer. The last one I liked was ES6, The Right Parts by Kyle S. Gotta be smart. ES6, huh? Cool. All right. That was number one, Pluralsight, free month of April. Developers, read the chat. This video is going to be up after the live stream. So if you're looking for some insight from people who have used this platform, some real insight, some real opinions from real developers, check the chat. All right, number two. Now this one, so let's be clear on this. Pluralsight is absolutely open for everybody. Okay, it doesn't matter if you lost your job, it doesn't matter if you're currently employed, it's just everybody come on down. You're the next contestant on Pluralsight Right. 7,000 courses for anyone. This next one is for a subset of developers, and actually just basically anyone who has been impacted by COVID-19. Oh, I said it! I'm not supposed to say that word on YouTube. They specifically told me, do not say anything related to it. The thing which must not be named. Well, you can read this and kind of read through the lines here about what I'm trying to get at. For those of you who have been impacted by the current situation, Andre Negoy, Zero to Mastery. Now, guys, developers, listen. Do not take advantage of Andre Negoy, Zero to Mastery, unless you have a serious need due to losing your job to the current situation. Me and Andre got a good thing going on with our business relationship, and I'm not trying to put that in jeopardy with a bunch of people saying, RTC said the platform was free. No. If you have lost your job due to the current situation, fill out this application. This is for people who have a true need, who have recently lost their job. And this says right here, this is a survey that you have to fill out. There is no guarantee that you're going to get access to Zero to Mastery. It is a great freaking platform. There's no guarantee. He's not going to share your information with anybody when you do this survey. Let's check the survey and see what it looks like. And also he says, if you haven't lost your job but know someone that has and think this could have a big impact for them, feel free to pass it along. Even if we can make a difference for one person, we'll consider it a success. Shout out to Andre and his team, Mackenzie and everyone else who have donated their time and resources to make this possible for people. This is great. Andre, as you know, I'm a huge fangirl. And it's because he goes the extra mile with his courses. So here is the application form. This is a very simple questionnaire. This is just a one-pager. And then what is your goal by joining the ZTM Academy? What do you want to learn to, why do you want to learn to code? Why are you applying for this offer? Please provide a short description of your situation and how you've been financially impacted. Are you currently enrolled? Have you lost your job due to COVID-19? No! I said it! I said it again! Oh, whatever. Whatever. Like, this is the reality. It's not like I'm spreading misinformation. So this is the form you're going to have to fill out. This is available. Zoom in on your screen and check this URL. survey.zerotomastery.io/the word which must not be said. I can't zoom in on my URL bar, but you'll see. Apparently he announced this in one of his newsletters. So shout out, who was it? Nick. Nick from the Discord shared this letter. So shout out to Nick from the Discord, from the RTC Discord, because I had heard rumors of this in the chat, but I didn't see any solid information. I didn't see any links or anything. So this is official. Andre Negoy, ZTM access to those who have been impacted by you-know-what. All right, so far we have Pluralsight, ZTM, and my third one, we're going to go to Let's Check the Stream. Craig Wadding's here. Tobias, bruh trippin'. Hey. Laura, what's going on? Suman. Idrissa. John Solo. Pluralsight, right? Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. Welcome new members. Welcome old members. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight, as the title suggests, we're going over a few platforms. A few platforms that have been open. I'm so glad I have never been asked to give a major speech or a TED Talk or something, because I would embarrass myself so badly. What happens is I get really amped up and my heart rate, my blood pressure, like everything is just heightened. The moment is there. And of course, words get jumbled. Thankfully, nothing too embarrassing has happened just yet, but just wait. Just give it a few more live streams. We're going to be having some funny situations. Number 3. Now, this one is on Udacity. This is another one where a lot of people, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of my subscribers have not found success with this platform, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't check it out, because right now it's free to 100,000 people in the US. I know we have a lot of international people watching, and unfortunately, this option is only for people in the US who have lost their jobs. We're doing 100,000 need-based scholarships. So this is open pre-register. It hasn't even opened yet. They're pledging it, but it hasn't opened. Sign up to be among the first to know when applications open. 100,000 need-based scholarships to reskill and upskill workers in the US. Now, Udacity is home to these nano degrees, and they have various courses, not just web development. As you can see, Android, data analyst, machine learning, Java dev, data engineer, etc. They're like, these courses are not cheap. Each one of these is like $600. Let's see what happens when I go to enroll now. No. So it's for a 4-month course, doing 5 to 10 hours per week. They always like to bury these numbers. I swore it was like $600 or $800. Oh my gosh, it's $1,436? I'm clutching my pearls here, developers. That's a lot. $1,436 for what, though? Technical mentor support, that's good. Student community, improved. Personal career coaching, interview prep, resume services, GitHub review. Okay. These add-ons seem to justify, the career services add-ons seem to justify this price tag, because if it was just frickin' video, like, no. And from what many subscribers have told me, even people, I know at least 3 people who have done the Google, the Google Udacity collab. They sponsor people. It's a Google scholarship. I've known 3 or 4 people who've done it, and they've never talked about it again. So I don't know how to interpret that. All I can tell you is that those people, if they were impressed with it, you'd think they'd share that. You know, you'd think that'd be like a highlight, a life highlight, or a career bullet point. Like, no, dude, Google actually sponsored me. So I want, has anyone here taken the Google scholarship through Udacity? So $359 per month, aka for $1,436 for the front-end dev course. 11 days, you have to wait. I love how this is like a feature now with the orange star, whatever, eye grabber. Countdown clock. So you can't really it's not on demand. You have to enroll by a certain date, and then I guess it starts on a certain date for all of these. So there's the nano degree for the front-end dev. What else would apply to us? Java developer. Well, I guess everyone, because this is all tech stuff. But for most people watching this, it's front-end dev. Java developer? Let's just see. Let's see how much this one is. Also the career services and all of these. Where's your price? Where's your price? They won't even tell on this one. I'd imagine it's something similar to the front end dev. Did anyone see that on here? What am I missing? Well, point being, these courses are expensive, and it is an option. Let's check the comments and see what people are saying about Udacity. Greg Wadding says, $1,400, they better provide punch and pie. Yeah, no doubt. Tobias Ramsey says, I think that's unlimited access for their courses. Jose says they have jacked up the price. Chiquito's here? Chiquito's here! Chiquito, I'm so glad you could make it. How's it going? Just sharing some freebies with the peeps here. Adrissa says Udacity also offers 30 days free for their nano degrees with free access to mentoring. Ooh, that's a good pro tip. Thanks for adding that. 30 days free for nano degrees with the access to mentoring. Sora Dev, how's it going? John Solo. Pre-register. This is why they make it seem like it's... I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't get the preset. If it's video based, I don't get the preset start times. Like, why can't I start on demand? Is it because of the mentorship and career services stuff, or I'm sure they mention it somewhere, but I'm not trying to read this whole thing. So let's see what you get again. Okay, student services, mentor support, student community, career services, and class content. You do some projects. Project reviews. Okay. So that's not your typical video type course. With, say, something like Udemy. Udemy just offers the videos, maybe some student support in the Q&As, usually not. But these extras almost make me want to investigate this more, because if you are getting the support, it's almost like a boot camp minus. You know what I mean? You're not learning with the group, but you are getting support outside of the classroom or outside of the videos. You are getting project reviews, people to mentor you, a GitHub review, and resume services. I think it really depends on how high quality those career services are, because, like, is it a bot going through your work, or is it a real person who's in the industry? Is it a career counselor who's been doing it for 20 years and just doesn't care anymore? Like, inquiring minds want to know, what is the quality of these reviews? And someplace, it was Springboard, offers a job guarantee, which is a very dangerous perk to offer when you haven't met a person. But I'm wondering what kind of job placement, aside from these listings, do they offer? Resume shared with 95 plus employers. I mean, that could be, I just want some more information on this. These could all be very powerful. These could all be very, very effective. LinkedIn profile review. It really depends on the quality of the stuff, the quality of the services. Let's go to the comments. Jose said, I don't think the machine learning course was very good. It's very difficult to get a job in the field without a PhD. Interesting. Very interesting point. Idrissa says, Coursera's BSc in computer science via University of London Goldsmiths is better. Razine, how are you doing? All right, developers. So to recap what these courses are being, to recap the ones we shared, Pluralsight. Now this is for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you do, as long as you love me. The Backstreet Boys were going on tour this spring, people, and this has completely ruined my spring. ZTM. Now, this is a very specific subset of people. Please don't blow up the application unless you are truly in need and you truly lost your job. If you know somebody who has lost their job. Andre is a great instructor for newbies. And just a great support community for new people. So if you know someone in your family, a neighbor, send them this. Just plant the idea seed. And then number 3, Udacity. So I guess this is just, there's 100,000 scholarships waiting. You can't apply to them just yet, but this is just for Americans who have been unemployed recently, facing the bleak prospect of no job. So they're offering these courses, but not yet, which is very interesting. Like, I don't know. Applications open in early 2020. More information is needed. But I suspect as the weeks go on, we're going to be seeing more of these resources opening up for more people. And that is good news and bad news. Bad news first is because as more of these open up, it means there's more demand for it. And that means more people are unemployed. That's never a good thing. The good thing is this is a great career field to get into. We do have a tech shortage. We need more people. We had a great conversation yesterday. Developers, if you haven't been making these live streams, I'm sorry, but you're missing out on life. We have had some great conversations in the chat. We were talking about cybersecurity yesterday and the need for cybersecurity professionals. Geez, we went over a lot. We never know what's going to be happening on one of these live streams. The crew is different every day. The vibe is different every day. The interactions are completely all over the place every day, but some really fruitful conversations. Udacity, ZTM, Pluralsight. Let's go to the comments and then we are good. Sammy Turner, what's up, Sammy? How old are the Backstreet Boys now? More like Backstreet Boomers. That's cold, Sammy. That's real cold. Sumit says, that's still affordable for people who cannot pay for traditional universities. Because Adrissa said, U of P is not free. I believe you pay $100 per course exam. Sequin said, Codecademy is free in Ireland if you're a student. Is that the same in the US? Yes. Yes, Codecademy. Now, I've never paid for Codecademy, but I've used it many times as a code newbie. I don't even know, can you upgrade to a paid plan? Like, what do you actually pay for at Codecademy? Because everything I ever used was free, and they even have a section on PHP. Can I just like click and start learning? Really? No way. Is all this free? Okay, so they have the Pro. I see. So they're on the freemium model. Codecademy is freemium. They give you a lot of free stuff, but if you want the juicy tidbits, if you want the portfolio projects, you have to cough it up. Hitchhiker's Guide to PHP, Madlib Functions, World Traveler. Also, the pro level, you get quizzes and stuff. So, yeah, Codecademy, I gotta give them a little more love than I have, because even though there's a lot of stuff missing from Codecademy, they've been there for certain moments where I couldn't find the resource anywhere else. And they also have interactive code editors. And I think it was just really helpful early on because it was easy to just sign up and get going. Sometimes that barrier is just really distracting or discouraging, rather. So basic is free. You get the basic courses all included. Team support, projects, quizzes, forget it. Pro is $20 a month. Yeah, but just going through Codecademy, you outgrow it really quickly. And I think other developers would probably agree with me on that too. It is great for just starting out, but like going pro as a beginner, as a code newbie, I think there might be better investments available as far as education goes. Basic, but you can't beat this price. And like I said, they have the interactive code editors. They have a course on Bash Terminal. That was a fun one. Let's see. Full catalog. Let's do it. Let's just check this. This isn't part of any April special, but that person from Ireland did make a good point. A lot of this stuff is free regardless. Codecademy is, this stuff is basically all free. Anywho, tons of stuff there. Yes, John Solo said ByteConf. Someone shared that. I think it was Jim in the Discord. It's a free React conference, live streaming May 1st, and it's live streaming on YouTube. A lot of these conferences. There's a PHP conference that started today. It was a PHP conference for the Midwest. I had a ticket because they're free. That's the sad part about PHP is that you have to give the tickets away. So like the basic tier for the ticket, this was going to be held in Minneapolis, of course canceled. I was supposed to be today, but the ticket was free for the basic tier, and then you could upgrade. That would never happen in a React conference, or most of them. But PHP, you gotta entice the people. The free pizza just isn't cutting it. You gotta up the stakes with that. But yeah, all these conferences too. Tech conferences are so fun, and unfortunately, the online versions just don't capture the magic that the in-person ones do, but I think they are better than nothing. There is another conference coming up. I posted in the Discord. Paradoodly-doo, share that Discord link. We have a ton of resources in there, a ton of haps. There's a lot happening. There is a conference coming up, or a workshop rather, by this guy at Netlify. He's going to be showing us how to convert a WordPress site into a Netlify or Netlify compatible application. I forget what day that is, but it's coming up soon, and it's at 9 in the morning Central Standard Time, I believe. But don't quote me on anything except that it's a conference coming up, because I have the memory of a broken toaster. So check out the Discord. It's in the general chat. I posted it. You can sign up for free. Sequin says, Pro is free at the moment if you're a student, but don't know if that's everywhere. Is that for, are you talking about Codecademy? Craig says, 82 watching, only 20 likes. Come on, people, smash the buttons. Craig, I like your style. That's exactly, come on, people. I got the freebies. Give me a little like. Give me a little thumb. Hit that like button so we can continue to make videos that you all find interesting, that you all find worth your time. There is one other thing I want to talk about, the GitHub student bundle. If you are in college right now and you have a .edu email address, do yourself a huge favor and get connected with that GitHub student bundle, because it is massive. It is massive. You get membership to Front-End Masters, free access to editors like PHP Storm, IDEs. This is a JetBrains product. I freaking love JetBrains. They have editors for every language. Let's go Front-End Masters. This is another platform. This is a micro platform. This is an expensive platform, relatively speaking. But if you are a student, that is part of that GitHub student pack. It's $40 a month, yearly $390. That's not cheap. But these are really high quality courses. Some of the biggest names in JavaScript and other technologies and languages teach on this platform. For example, there's someone on here you might recognize, Jason Langsdorf. I see this guy. He's actually doing that course on converting your WordPress site to the Jamstack or to Netlify, bringing it to Netlify. Who else? There's another guy in here I know a lot of you are going to recognize. Kyle Simpson. Kyle Simpson is one of the few JavaScript gurus. He's the author of the You Don't Know JavaScript series. These are small books, but don't kid yourself. These are really intense because these are all about the weird parts of JavaScript. He has like 7 books dedicated to JavaScript, and he teaches courses. You're in great hands with Kyle. But all this stuff is free when you're a student. Now, I mean, it's almost worth it just to sign up for one course at your local community college and get that EDU address. Because you could spend, you know, how much is a college credit nowadays? A couple $100? Let's say you're going to a community college. Let's say it's $150 per credit. So you sign up, take a 1 credit course. Developers, get strategic. Take bowling. Take power walking. Take a 1 credit phys ed course. get enrolled, throw down that 150 bucks, get that EDU address, and then get yourself hooked up with that GitHub student pack. You're going to come out ahead if you know web development is for you. So let me GitHub student pack, just to show you all the great freaking stuff. It is incredible how many things are offered here. Now some of this stuff is available to everyone, but they put it in the pack just to bundle it. DigitalOcean credit, there's a JetBrains, Educative, 6 months free. Shout out to Educative. Front-end Masters, Heroku, MongoDB, DataCamp, GitKraken, Terminus. Geez, I mean, they're adding more and more. They're adding more and more providers every month. Interview Cake, Atom. See, this is one of the things where it's just like, oh, why did you put it in there? But it's just to bundle it. This is free for everyone. Replit, GitHub Desktop. It's another one that's open to everyone. SendGrid, 15,000 emails a month. That's a good one. If you're building a web app and you need some email infrastructure as a service, also to Mailgun. These are valuable. Those are two good ones. Go Rails, tutorials for Rails and JavaScript too. Flatiron School, free 1 month membership to their community-powered bootcamp. But I don't want to get too off topic because this is freebies for the month of April. But if you are a student right now, or you're thinking of becoming one, I guess this does relate to the stream, because a lot of people, what happens when economies tank? A lot of people go back to school. They seek refuge in the halls of education. So this is something to keep in mind, because you could use this to your advantage. There is literally thousands of dollars worth of stuff here. Even when I was going back, I went back to school for Oracle database certification. This was last year. You're darn right. I got my EDU email address and took advantage of all this stuff. And you occasionally have to verify or re-verify that you're still going to that school. So clutch on to that .edu email address. Or there are other options too. If you don't have .edu, you can, I think you can submit a student ID. So this is to make it just as accessible as possible. Let's go to the comments. 90 people, TGIF, fellow humans. Janos K says, RTC, do you recommend Kyle's book? I do. Like I said, there's like 7 of them. I wish he would create just one big book of it. I definitely recommend it. Paradoodly, do you have that link of the best JavaScript books? Because I did do a write-up of this book. I also have a video of it on the article page. You can check that out. Let's go to the comments. Callie162 said, I read that the total GitHub student stuff is worth over $40,000. It's insane not to use it. I totally believe that. Even just out of the blue, someone saying that, I totally can see that. Just the Railgun stuff. I was using Travis CI. Let's see. I just saw it here somewhere. Private builds for free while you're a student. I was using that for a bit. Half of this stuff I didn't even, they're adding stuff every month, like I said, and I was using this last year. Half of the stuff wasn't even on there. Blackfire.io, code performance measurement tool, PO editor, Algolia. I don't know if I used that one. That one was there last year. ConfigCat. OMG, this list is massive. StoryScript. Transload it. Oh my gosh. 6-month access. And these are good giveaways too. This isn't just like a piddly, yeah, you get a free email account. LogDNA, log management platform that offers aggregation, monitoring, and analysis of server and application logs at any volume from any source. Your benefit is up to 50 gigs per month of log storage with 14-day retention for a year. That is not free in the real world. Now, the thing that kind of smarts about all these benefits is that as a student, generally speaking, you're still learning a lot about software. So a lot of the stuff is just not applicable. But the more you dive into it, the more of these things you can use. So there is something for every level of developer on this student developer pack page. Even if you just need hosting, a 1-year SSL, I think this might be 1-year domain name registration on the .me TLD for free. That's kind of cool. Name.com, free domain name and free advanced SSL or free advanced security with SSL and privacy protection. That's pretty dope. You know, $10 here, $10 there, it freaking adds up. But yeah, generally when we see downturns in the economy, we do see a lot of people going back to school. So like I said, if you do plan on going back to school, or even if you don't and you find yourself back in school, get yourself a student ID and get over to this GitHub student pack. This is just, wow. This is one of the real resources where I'm just like, this is actually a benefit. This is actually valuable, rather than people just throwing free stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks. There's some super good stuff in here. Dr. Candace, back online. What's going on, Candace? Logan Black says, dang, I'm in General Assembly coding bootcamp right now. I don't think I qualify as a student with the .edu email address, though. So, Logan, check this out. I think you can submit a student ID, because that's a really good point. Bootcamps are not accredited, so they're not going to have that .edu. I think that's reserved for accredited schools. I could be wrong on that. But go to the verification page. I'm pretty sure you can use another method other than .edu. But I say edu because I've always gone to like brick and mortar schools or otherwise accredited universities that have edu. But I know for a fact you can use other methods, especially because, you know, people are around the world using this thing. Razine said, just signed up for Pluralsight. Enjoy it, Razine. There's 7,000 courses to take advantage of. You gotta get cracking. No sleep till 2021, Razine. 7,000 courses to go. Razine said, also signed up for the GitHub education with my university's edu email address. I didn't know this existed. Awesome! We have a success story right in the frickin' chat. Right here, right now in real time, we have a success story. This is awesome. This is why I do this. This is why I love what I do. This is why I continue to do this. Somebody just signed up for a GitHub student developer pack. You're going to have fun with this. You are going to have so much fun with this. If you're doing front end, if you're interested in front end or full stack development, check out Front End Masters. I still need to do a review on them. There's just so much to do. There's so much to review, so much to see. Tobias said, I think I got accepted. I got the email and confirmed, then it says I got approved, not holding my breath until I use a benefit. Laura says, RTC, how do you handle with this insane information? It's all insane. It's too much. There is just so much out there. It's just, I don't even know why I say it anymore, because it's just a total everyday fact. It's like observing that water is wet. And I say it every day. I'm like, there's just so much information out there. That's a real risk as a self-taught developer. We're all self-taught, whether coding bootcamp, college, or completely self-taught. There are millions of resources out there. How do you prioritize them? I sometimes get overwhelmed having to pull through all this stuff. But fortunately, I have a great support group of people on this channel, on the Discord. And people a lot of times will slip me some insider information. Not like insider information, but, you know, like personal experience with the course. Like, hey, RTC, I think you should check this out. And when I filter that they're not a bot or a marketer, that they're actual students, then I'll check it out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, though, to be honest, that I haven't even got to. Fortunately, I do a lot of videos, and some of the best ones that I think are good, that other people have told me about as well, I feature on this channel. But no doubt, there's no doubt many platforms and many resources that I haven't even seen. And I've probably featured some resources on here that are not that good for a lot of people. So yeah, it's a challenge for sure. Tobias says, my GitHub now says pro. Good job, Tobias. You're in. Very good. Logan Black says, Pluralsight is okay if you're cool with just watching video lectures. It's not great if you want to code along with interactivity. Sumit says, what about clever programmer courses? Have not seen clever programmer courses. Has anyone else here seen them? Can't comment on that platform. Late to the stream, but the free Codecademy access and want to get, if you just make up an .edu email address, they don't validate and you get the access. I don't know how to respond to that. GitHub is for everybody or just Americans, says Brian. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's for everybody. This is for everybody. This is not just for Americans. This is for everyone around the world. Let's see if they can verify me. Okay, so we're on the actual student developer pack here. Here are the requirements, all right? You have to have a verifiable school-issued email address. Now, for us in the States, that's .edu. But GitHub has to verify that the email address that you use is associated with a de facto school. Or upload documents that prove your current student status. This is for everybody around the world. So be enrolled in a degree or diploma granting course of study like a high school. Even high schoolers, man, that's rad. High school, secondary school, college, university, homeschool, even homeschoolers. This is great. Or similar educational institution. Developers, if you know some kids at home right now that are 13 years or older, send their parents this link. This could change things for them and getting people more exposed to software development. I didn't know it was 13 or older. That's awesome. Have a GitHub user account. Okay, we all know that's a requirement, right? And be at least 13. So with your documents, you need to prove your current student status, a picture of your school ID, class schedule, transcript, and affiliation or enrollment verification letter. As I mentioned earlier, during your tenure as a student, you may be prompted to periodically re-verify your current academic status. They're pretty straightforward rules here. Just be a student and have some proof. So I'm going to share this link. This seems to be in an interest for many people right now. This seems to be pretty hot for some people right now. I'm going to go ahead, read the documentation on this, and go get those benefits. Go get them. Go get those bennies. I just shared that link. If anyone wants more information on how to get the student developer pack, especially now with so many schools canceled, everything on hold. I'm glad we segued into this. Jeff mentioned yesterday, or Broad Trippin mentioned yesterday, we talked about zines too. Going back to the diversity of topics we talk about. We talked about zines yesterday. I love my zines. I miss my zines. Once I got into this field, I'm creative in other ways, but I miss being creative in that way. Alex says, Steph missed Shook's courses. I need to do a review on that one too. Yep, Steph, I actually asked Steph for access to his courses so I could check them out. And I did check them out, but I just haven't gotten to it. Craig Wadding says, clever programmer is big hat, no cattle, in my opinion. Matthias says, the funny thing is that I'm not a formal student anymore. I just happen to keep my college email address even years after I graduated. Chiquito says, try to send you some kombucha, but won't take PayPal. Chiquito. Candace, all these freebies, I love it. I know. The student developer pack is seriously, I'm so glad we got on this topic because honestly, these are all great. I mean, especially ZTM. This is fine. This is great. This is okay, whatever. But the big benefit here, the GitHub education pack. OMG. How can we sort this? So let's sort by newest because I wonder if they have the dates. They don't. Raygun, Man, that's a good one too. Error crash and performance monitoring for web and mobile apps. I mean, it's also where I'm seriously thinking I have a few months left on my GI Bill to take advantage of my education. I might just sign up for some BS course just so I can get that EDU email activated again. I need some of this stuff for my business. Cloud-based password manager. Jamley, helping devs, designers, and startups launch their apps on the App Store? My mind is aflame with all the possibilities. Let's go to the comments. Thanks everybody for joining in. 82 people watching right now. Welcome, new subscribers and my people who have been here for a minute or two. Beatrice says, tried registering last year but wasn't approved. Try again, Beatrice. Sometimes, you know, the first time I tried, there was some bogus thing where they approved me, and then like a week later, they wanted me to reapply or reconfirm my email and all this stuff, and it just, something wasn't right about it. I had to reconfirm like 3 times and just insist that I was a student. Now, if you're an online student, sometimes the student ID can be a hard one to get, but check with your student support, check with student services. There might be a little thing where you can actually upload your photo and print out an ID. I know it sounds janky and kind of trashy, like, yeah, here's my photo ID on a piece of crumpled printer paper. But I mean, if that's what they do for the ID, that's what they do for the ID. At brick and mortar schools, you can actually go get your picture taken, have it printed on a nice, like, you know, thick laminate and have it look legit. But with online schools, or if you're doing the online option with the brick and mortar school, a lot of times they'll have you just upload a photo and be like, okay, here's your digital ID. You'll have to print it out on toilet paper or whatever. But again, that's all they got. That's all they got. IT Contractors Union, nice seeing you. Welcome to the chat. I've seen you in a few live streams. Thanks for joining us. My friends and I had a New York hardcore zine from 99 to 01, says Sean Pat Bateman. Sean, you're speaking my language. That is rad. That's my scene. You're speaking my language. I miss zines. There are still a few people who publish them, but it's not like it was. The nastier the zine, the better. I like I like all styles of zines, like avant-garde, travel, anything, music. I like them all. Siddharth says, I do have an ID but no EDU email. Told my college about it, but they didn't do anything. And GitHub doesn't approve with just ID verification. Do you have a transcript? Try something else. Verified. So what they're saying here in the official documentation is that you have to have a verifiable school-issued email address or, so not and. Verifiable email address or upload documents that prove your current student status. And they were saying somewhere here that, okay, it's school ID, class schedule. Try and get a class schedule enrollment verification. Sometimes you can print those off online too, or send GitHub the PDF. All GitHub is trying to do with this is to make sure people aren't trying to scam the system, and their amazing benefits package is going to actual students. That's all they're trying to do. And if actual students are getting cut out of the program, that's not cool. So I'm hoping that people who have been discounted or disapproved from this program, who are actual students, can get back on. I wonder if there's someone you can actually talk to about that if it's not working. Chiquito says, hey, new people, welcome, and don't forget to smash the like button. Chiquito, I like the way you think. Jeff says, Zinesters, what? Jacob says, I have my old student ID and I know Photoshop. Jacob, come on, dude. I do not approve of that comment. Brud Trippin said, I did zines about East Coast hardcore circa 2010 to 2014. Boston hardcore at Wilkes-Barre, some California bands. Brud Trippin, that's awesome, dude. Matthias says, I don't think there's a list of verified schools. They probably check if it's a custom email from Gmail or something like that. Exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Callie says, Logan, try it. I tried with a mail from school. I attended. I still got access because I had access to the school's email and my password manager, LOL. Siddhant says, I saw that, so got confused and tried again, but still the same thing. It states that you're required to use your school-issued email address to apply. Please add and verify your school-issued email address, then reapply. Really? Man, that's disappointing. That's disappointing to hear. Luis says, I'm catching up, but you mentioned about the free JavaScript books URL. Here it is. So, no, the JavaScript books that I reviewed on my website are not free, but I did review this one. These, they're just the top 5 JavaScript books for 2020. However, this series is available on GitHub. Paradoodly-doo, did you pop that link or what? Let me go up here. Paradoodly, I know you've been on your game, but are you slipping with this? You're not. So, yeah, 5 best JavaScript books. Where'd he go? Luis, scroll up in the comments. Paradoodly dropped that link for, she dropped it above for the 5 best JavaScript books for 2020. These, again, this one's included in that list, but it's not free. There are free, like, HTML files of this book, but the actual physical book costs money. Callie162, you need to log into the school mail and confirm it. Okay, it's good that more people are getting hip to the GitHub student pack, because I just assumed everyone knew about it because it is such like a big, like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is nice though. This is great. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Developers, it's 8:02. My time here is complete. We've gone for about an hour. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. This has been a fun live stream as always. Lots of new subscribers, lots of people leveling up during these times. Instead of checking the stats, I'm going to try and do something more productive tonight. It does me no good to OCD about things I cannot control. So, I hope everyone stays safe, stay educated. This is a great time for leveling up no matter where you are in life. Whether you're looking for a job or just getting started, we shared some free resources, people who are going all out, like Pluralsight, to help people. We also have some resources for people who have lost their jobs and aren't doing so well with our current reality across the world. We also talked about the student GitHub pack, GitHub student developer pack. This is such a freaking awesome benefit. Amazing. Be sure you subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing a live stream, hopefully, every night until we #flatten the curve. I'm RealToughCandy. Paradoodly-doo. I haven't said it this entire time. I've been pretty low-key. But if people want to join the RTC Discord and continue the conversation, it's quite a lively group. I enjoy it immensely. Pop that link! There, I said it. It's over. I did it. Developers, hope you're having a great day. Have a great weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out.